All right, we're good now.
All right, hold on. Meeting. So I guess I got to hit just got it. All right.
Yeah. All right, so we're recording. I tell everybody that joins the channel, they'll say nothing you'll regret. We don't edit it, so.
Raw.
Donnie, you want to do the introductions?
What's popping, YouTube? Nah, I'm just kidding. We got a very special show for y'all today. So we have a big event coming up in April. That's why we got Mr. Damiane Schlosser with us. But more importantly, we got the two competitors that are headlining the event. Well, one of the headline matches, Mr. E.T., the Armwrestling Whisperer out of California. He's got, guys, if you don't know who this guy is, like Ryan says all the time, you've been sleeping under a rock, dude, for real. This guy's been promoting the sport for longer than I know, but from what I've been following for about a year now, over 16,000 followers on Instagram, 22,000 followers on TikTok, might be more. This is the information I got. Over 5 million views on TikTok, like crazy numbers. And he's recently participated in his first tournament, not that long ago, within the first year, I believe. And he's taken on a local legend, a little hero of mine, Mr. Joe Rogers, best of 5, right-handed. But y'all, how you boys feeling?
It's going to be a fun day, that's for sure.
Are you ready for, have you ever been to the East Coast, ET?
Not for arm wrestling, and not in a long time. I grew up in West Virginia for a little while.
Oh, okay.
I was so young, barely remember it. And then been to upstate New York, but I've never went to the East Coast to compete against anyone. So yeah.
The Carolinas is way different than both of those states.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
We're a little bit more hillbilly-ish down here, you know?
Yeah, it's I remember a few years ago when Damiane moved out there, he was like, bro, the lightweights out here are not like the lightweights in California. And I was just like, that stuck in my head ever since. I'm just like, oh man. So
yeah,
now that I have a match,
I showed up to the first tournament and smoked me. He was my first match in my first tournament ever, and smoked me.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was crazy. He just shows up. He had like a Gymshark shirt on.
I remember that footage.
California fucking kid, just super nice though. Just was like, and I was fresh in arm wrestling, like a month in, like judging people on how they look, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. I got him. No, this dude smashed me, man.
To be like, you were the one I was most worried about, because that was actually my first tournament too, and I saw you like in the corner. You were like doing stuff with bands. I was like, oh shit, he knows what he's doing.
That was my whole thing. I was like, I'm gonna go in the corner and look like I know what I'm doing, and get in somebody's head.
It worked for sure. That's
Not
why
on the table.
I definitely took you seriously because of that.
There we go.
Yeah.
So Joe, you've been pulling for how long now, buddy?
This is my 7th year now.
7th year, dude.
Yep, I started 2021, right at the beginning of the year. Right when I was about 21 years old. Yeah.
Dang, and so man, you ain't even in your 30s yet. Y'all are so young. I started so late, dude. But I remember when I first, what got me into arm wrestling was Kirkland Prince. And the first arm wrestling tournament I ever came to was to watch you and Kirkland pull each other for the left-handed belt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool, man. So ever since the beginning, since my whole journey started in arm wrestling, you've been like one of the main guys that I've kept up with and everything like that. And we've become buddies and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I'm excited for this match, man. Not only because ET, your presence that you have in the arm wrestling community, but you're a legit arm wrestler. Like I'm so excited to see what one of the best lightweights from the West and California can bring over here, you know. And Joe's definitely one of the guys. Like, this is a very interesting matchup.
Yeah, for sure. I believe it could go either way. It'd be interesting to find out.
Yeah.
So ET, you from what I've seen on all your videos, you're primarily a hook puller, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Hold on just once.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up right
The man route.
there.
This match is super exciting just because, I've known ET since he started. I'm pretty sure I was at Alpha the day he very first came to practice, like that very first day. And I've been training with him up until I moved here. And then Joe is actually the very first hand I gripped up with when I moved here, when at Red Rita's grip event. You
Oh,
remember
that's
that?
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I remember just even that practice pulling with Joe. God, his hand is so strong. And unfortunately, ET was he was kind of sick at that point. He had been recovering, but it's been a while since I've gripped up with ET, and I know how strong Joe is, and he looks even stronger lately. So it's super exciting to me.
He's fresh out that Carolina Chaos camp.
Yep. Yeah.
Boy, look bad in Tennessee, Bo. That looked like an old school Joe right there. It was impressive, dude.
I should have done better. Should have done better. Made some mistakes for sure.
That's a
Yeah.
champion mindset, though.
Me too.
Me three. I can't believe it went that way around like first draw. I didn't even know who Will was. I went up there and I was like, oh my God, I'm in a war. I don't even know who this dude is.
Hey,
It was
that
like,
was impressive.
I
Yeah,
walked over
Will's
to the
strong.
table, man. I had never been that blown in my life. Not at practice, not nothing, dude. It's so weird. I guess it's because I've definitely pulled longer in maybe a similar position, but I don't know, maybe the adrenaline and stuff and, the heart rate. But I was like, I couldn't. He tried to come over and give me a handshake afterward. I couldn't even like close my hand around him. It was kind of just like an arm touching thing. I was like,
Yeah,
I was done.
that was a good match for sure.
Yeah, I was one of my favorite matches of my career. That's what I was telling him. I was like, dude, that screwed me the rest of the tournament, but that was one of my favorite matches I've pulled.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at Tennessee, I don't even know exactly what I did because I haven't really gone to the doctor. But I tore my ass, like the bottom part of my ass or my hamstring. So I got bruising from like where the ass and the leg meet, all the way down to like it's now in my calf. But yeah, I don't know what happened, man. But yeah, it was pretty righteous. I mean, I've been working and shit with it, man. But it's hasn't been too fun.
So ET, are you ranked in the state rankings in California?
I think I'm number 4 right hand, and I don't know what I am left. Yeah.
Okay. Well, your right arm's your dominant arm.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So do you have any predictions on how you think you're gonna fare up? Not on game plan or anything, but do you think you're more or less gonna rely on speed since you've heard like the word through the grapevine is that the Southeast guys have strong arms and strong hands and stuff, and you guys are more technical, or you coming in with a completely different game plan?
If I'm being completely honest, it hasn't even fully hit me that I'm gonna have the match yet. It's one of those things where it's like I've just been so busy with other events, and I guess I'm probably like, after hearing so much about Joe, I probably am like a little nervous about it, so I tend not to think about it.
Yeah.
I know it's just all gonna hit me like a truck at once, but I'm only doing like what I can do. At first, I was like, maybe I'll try to train my top roll and fight hand to hand with them, and then like looking back at all my matches, every time I try to top roll someone, I end up looking like an idiot.
That's me.
For some reason, my right hand just does not work with top rolling, so I think I'm just gonna have to stick to my game plan. It's either I can stop his hit, or I'll have to figure it out from there. It's harder for me to hit into people that top roll because their hand can negate it a lot. So usually up against top rollers, I have to catch. But I've been working on that. Every time I go up against Alan, I'm trying to catch his top roll, and I'm not quite there yet. But
I don't think you could be training with a better person though for that. It's like that's pretty crazy to hear. It's like I'm just trying to catch Alan's hit, and it's like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because Allen's ridiculously big, isn't it?
Not only is it really big when you grip up with him, you almost know, like, you don't know what direction he's gonna go in. Like, I've gripped up with Derek Smith, his hand's bigger and all that, but when you grip up with Allen in a tournament, it's like you feel so many weird pressures. You don't know if he's gonna come inside, go outside, or straight side pressure, and then all your game plan kind of disappears against him.
That's what I've heard from somebody else that pulled him. They said the pressure from all different angles is crazy. You kind of don't know what to expect.
Yeah, it's wild.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a legend, man. I mean, he had been 40 years in the sport or something close to that.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, since I started, like, I've never really called anyone out for super match. I've always gotten offered them, but I've never actually officially lost a super match.
Yeah.
And then going into this one, I'm like, damn it. The thoughts in the back of my head, because Damian's telling me how strong Joe is. He keeps sending me footage of him crushing everybody. And then I'm just like, oh man. So, it's kind of exhilarating. Plus, like, the first time I'm traveling out of state for arm wrestling, so I do want to represent California, but it's like, you just don't know. There's not so much mutual people that we pull to kind of even guess how the match is going to go. I don't know if it's going to go one-sided in either direction, but I just know that he's definitely the favorite, and I'm like thinking of everything I can do to help even that out before I get there.
Yeah. What do you comfortably sit? Like, what is your weight like at a comfortable weight? What do you normally sit at?
I think this morning I was like 166.4. I'm definitely gonna not have an easy time making it to 176. I'm probably be lucky if I get to 170 on that day. I'm just having a hard time gaining weight.
Yeah. Ryan,
That's so sad. That's so sad, man.
Ryan tells me all the time. He's like, if we could just switch like each other's body types, we could get to where we want to go. Because I'm trying to gain weight.
Like, man,
Yeah.
I want to eat some Reese's and shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
I literally ate a whole box of Nutty Buddy cereal last night.
And I feel the same way. I'm like eating a box of cinnamon toast Crunch a day, 2 pounds of ribeye a night. Like, stupid.
I mean,
I ate chicken and broccoli. Like,
look
come
at
on.
that. Sounds. I mean, chicken sounds amazing, but like compared to
Dude,
like,
it's not amazing. It's not amazing when you eat that shit like 6 days a week, man.
no salt,
I don't
no sodium cut.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, Ryan. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, dude. Come on, man.
Oh my goodness.
We showed up to Tennessee and Joe's walking outside and he's like, my fucking scale was off at home. And he's like, Joe's like, I'm about to go to my car and sweat this shit out to make weight. I was like,
Oh, it's terrible. Man. It's terrible.
That's
dude, I was actually under. I weighed in at 197, like fully clothed. And like my scale was different. I had brought my scale with me to like the hotel. But yeah, I was under. I overshot, and I was just damn a little disappointed.
I used to be the same way though. Like I had to eat chicken and broccoli for years, and I was still somehow gaining weight. I was super strict, like not even salt on my chicken, white rice, broccoli, all that. But after like my stomach issues that I was going through, it's just like weird to put on weight. It's like no matter what I eat, it's not like stacking because I want it to.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, I just wanted to point out that you and ET actually have had a common training partner, and that's Julian Smith. So Julian, so Julian came. Well, I mean, he's been arm wrestling for a while, but he went out to 29 Palms, and then he met AT, and they used to train together. And they moved out, and then met you. So I thought that was kind of a cool connection there.
Yeah.
This whole thing is like connected in so many different ways that I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I like how it came together too. I like how Damian put it together. How it there's a bunch of like weird history connecting this whole thing. I like it.
Yeah. Julian actually, he just moved back to PA, so he's not even with us anymore. So he's up there training with like Paul Lynn and Roger Learned and all them, kind of PA guys up there. But
we need to do what like the UFC did and build like an arm wrestling mecca, so we can just like pile everybody up in it, move in, train, do what we need.
That'd be sick.
So Joe, where do you see the match going, Joe? Like what is your key points of the match? Do you see his speed being a factor? Are you worried about it going into a hook, or are you just sticking to classic Joe and banging on go?
Yeah, I really don't know where the match is going to go. That's what makes it so interesting. So, I think if it goes in
That
a
whole
hook,
fear
I'll
unknown,
do what?
that whole like realm of unknown. How like I mean, we're at both ends of the country. I mean, you guys have never touched hands, not even close. Like this is the furthest away two people could ever be from holding hands.
Yeah,
And I mean,
yeah, that's what makes it cool. Yeah, I mean, I think if it goes in a hook, it's I'm in for a long day. ET definitely looks strong in his lane and his spots. But if I can stay out of the hook, then that's my lane too. I like to consider myself an all around guy, but I definitely am a top roller, from the start. So,
do
and
you
speed wise, I mean, I've been training the last year with a bunch of speed guys, so I'm not too worried about the speed.
Yeah, you've been training with some killers, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think it'll be won and lost in the hand and wrist, the match.
yeah.
Right.
Do you see your experience being the deciding factor in the whole thing, or do you think that it's just going to come down to who
Well, I
can
don't
get?
know. I mean, I've been in it 7 years now, and I mean, just guys coming in brand new know so much more now than they did when I first started. So, I mean, I know ET's training. He's part of that Alpha Empire out there, and Derek's a real analytical, technical guy. So, I mean,
Yeah,
I expect him to not be no dummy, when it comes to the technique and everything. So, I mean, I would say experience wise, I've been on the table in competition, I guess more. That might be the only beneficial factor, I think.
like a ready go situation. Yeah,
Right, right.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they're both very smart pullers. Like ET, like he studies the game just as much as I do, and I know Joe. I pulled Joe a bunch in practice and stuff, and I just know he's super smart on the table. I just think it's going to come down to really who makes the better adjustments. You know, um, I think it could start to look one way at the beginning of the match and then just totally turn around later. I really have no prediction at all of which way it can go.
if it stops, you still don't have a prediction. You don't favor like one person or the other if it stops.
It depends on where it stops.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it depends on the position. I mean, I would say that if it stops in a deep hook, I mean that would probably favor ET. But if Joe can like stay out on his hand some, then it probably favor Joe. I don't know. I really have no prediction.
Are we? Is there a running foul? Like I forgot the rule system for this.
So that's still kind of to be completely confirmed. I mean, we've talked about rule set a little bit, but there hasn't been like a clear confirmation on anything. I know, like, I'm not sure if it's going to be 2 or 3 fouls. I'm not sure if it's going to be running fouls. I know I want it to be just like standard, get your own grip. If you can't get your grip after 30 seconds, ref script, that sort of thing. Pretty much all slips to straps. You know, I don't want any crazy stuff like foul and losing position unless it's terrible. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, are you going to leave it situational? Like for each match, it's going to be different, or is it going to be that way for each match?
So as far as like the main card goes, because I don't know if you saw, but I posted the match order. Joe and ET is actually going to be the very first match of the day. There's a main card. There's a main card, like 5 matches. With those, I've talked to the athletes and it might be a little custom for their matches, but for the rest of the matches, it's all gonna just be pretty standard. You know, like 2 fouls. You know, just stand and get your own grip.
I'm gonna tell you right now, probably let Joe McGrath start cupped in and a little bit on his side.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see that match too. That's a good
I'm
one.
not taking it easy on him. I'm trying to come in. I'm not playing with my food or anything. It's 3-0, and then I'm going to the bar to have a drink. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm the only one that didn't get invited to this thing, man.
Hey man, you're of course you're invited. I know you were busy with training for Robbie and stuff, so I didn't want to kind of bother you there because it's kind of close. But
Hit Ryan up. Hey, you're invited to the Piedmont thing. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm training for Robbie.
yeah.
I don't care about that shit.
Nah,
And
I'm
also,
just-
it'd be kind of hard to find to Ryan like a good match, you know, like because he's strong enough. Like the stronger you get, like the way harder it is to find a good match, you know. And Ryan's at that level.
I can't believe you, man. That Paul and Shane match, dude. I'm really stoked for that. Like Joe and ET and Paul and Shane. I'm like, this could be a little mini pay-per-view, man. We should have just charged like 99 cents.
Yeah.
I paid more for fucking OnlyFans subscriptions.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out like
Brittany's
the
peeking in the room right now. She's like, "You pay what?"
yeah, I'm still trying to figure out like the technicals of how I want to like film the event and live stream and stuff, but we'll get something going. We'll get something going for sure.
Like, and I know I'm down to help in any way, whatever we can do, you know.
Of course, man.
what's the date? What's the date on that? I know it's April.
April 2nd.
22nd.
22nd.
Yep.
Okay. So I may end up coming. The weekend before is my wife's birthday, so that's a no-go. So but it's the 22nd would work.
Yeah. Just to be clear, like for anyone who's watching, it's not a tournament. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a super match series. So it's predetermined matches. But anybody's welcome to spectate and anybody's welcome to afterpool, you know?
You say that now, but you had Devin Larrett show up to your first event ever. So Devin showed up and he's got like an arm warmer on. He's like, "I'm here for the tournament." You're gonna be like, "Yeah, we're putting a tournament on."
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you know what? Tournament starts at 4.
Dude, I think I went to Alabama the weekend before, or maybe the same weekend for a tournament, and I was a little upset that I missed that.
Hey man,
yeah, dude, I was.
there's always going to be more events for sure. I'm not sure if I can top, you know, like having Devin out. That was literally just pure luck. Like Devin happened to be out, like already filming with like Juji and stuff. So it just happened to work out that way. Yeah, there's always going to be.
I really can't downplay like how much like ET had, like how much draw he gets to things. You know, like it's like you went from Devin to this. I feel and Joe from where I'm from, man. Like I promise you, like Joe is like a legend, dude. Joe's dad is known like everywhere. If you know Joe, you know Joe's dad. Everybody knows Joe and his dad. He's like a legend around here, dude. His whole family is like, when you think of Joe Rogers, it's arm wrestling, baby. You know, and bucket hats and stuff. By the way, we need to get another bucket. Joe's got to get another bucket hat going.
Yeah,
That was for like 2 competitions in a row, and then I was known for the bucket hat.
Bro, I was like, I told Brittany when we first saw you, I was like, that's the coolest like arm wrestling like outfit ever. Bucket hat, cut off and stuff. I was like, damn it.
We were near the beach for that one, so.
Oh yeah, Ladson's a good the Ladson tournament that Anthony put on I love that tournament. It was a good area.
I think it's. Go ahead. You probably.
I was gonna say it's still gonna keep going. Adam's gonna take it over now. Adam Wrzezinski will run it every year now.
I've been so busy. I haven't even been able to keep up with like any of the arm wrestling news and stuff like that. I briefly touched on some stuff this morning, like trying to catch up. But it's crazy, like in arm wrestling nowadays, like especially in 2023, it's if you aren't keeping up with the arm wrestling like groups and stuff like that for 2 days or 3 days, you're a month behind. You know, there's so much
Yeah.
stuff happening, like Bowen and all these people. Like, I didn't know how deep Bowen and Neil's like beef has gotten since then. And Ingen now, I'm like,
Yeah, hashtag fuck Bowen, right?
yeah. Well, I'm hoping he keeps screwing up because I'm the next ginger in line to take his place. There can only be one ginger like in the spotlight of arm wrestling. So get Bowen out of there.
Don't forget about Jerry Caderet.
He's like an albino ginger. That doesn't count.
You know,
What
as a,
about Todd
as an
Hutchins too.
You know-
Oh, that doesn't count either. Next.
Yeah.
I mean,
as an aspiring promoter of arm wrestling events, I have no comments on any of that. You know?
Brian might be interested in doing something in the future.
I mean, I honestly hate that there's any beef between anybody just because we're so like beginning to
Yeah.
rise, you know what I'm saying? Like we all need to be together. But,
Like,
you know, I mean, it's
I
like,
didn't even know there was any beef.
it's like with any sport and anything in life. I mean, you're going to have people that don't gel well together and shit, but
oh, always, yeah. But me and you have talked about this before, Ryan. Like, Ingen, I feel like Ingen's just in that position where he could come to my house and take a shit on my floor, and I'm just gonna be like, I got it, Ingen. Hold on, let me pick it up for you. You know, like, you okay? You need some Pepto or something? Like rubbing his belly. And
I'm sorry there wasn't a toilet right there for you.
no, I'm
You
like,
know?
use my bidet. You know, like,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Ryan out there who's Ingen's specifically asking people not to live stream the, you know, the event, even if like live commentary and stuff, even if you don't agree with it. Like, he's doing so much for arm wrestling. I feel like it's one of them things where you just need to sit back and bite your tongue, you know? Do what the man asks. He's putting up his own dollars and doing all this stuff to promote arm wrestling and do this and that. And, you know, we got Bowen who's charging $14.99 for a pay-per-view that wasn't even that great. We'll watch them get smashed by Metai Hirange, and then
Hey man, you got to check out my Devin Lair training, man.
yeah, your thumb looks like a
I'm
little
just training.
Just to kind of, if you don't mind, if I steer us in a little bit of a different direction, what do you guys feel? I'm not sure if Ryan's too familiar, but about the tag team.
Oh no, I would love to talk. Joe,
I think
or
I'm looking forward to it. I think it should be a blast.
Jackson, you and
I
I
don't
are.
know I still don't know if I fully understand how it works, but still looking forward to it.
I can do my best to kind of briefly explain how it works. So, okay, you got your two teams of 3 competitors each, right? Before the match even starts, each team is going to determine a starter. Okay, those starters are going to pool, and actually before that, the teams are going to flip a coin to determine which side gets to tag in first. Okay, so the starters are going to pool. After that round, let's say Team A won the coin toss. Now they can tag another competitor in from their team.
Okay.
You know, if they decide not to tag someone in, that means now the other team can tag someone in. Okay, so there's a lot of strategy involved, in my opinion. Like it can totally sway one way or the other depending on the way you choose your tags and stuff like that. I think it could be really exciting.
No, it really is. And like after pulling with Cody over the weekend, the teams are pretty square, bro.
Yeah.
Like I fucking hate Cody, man. I love Cody to death. The kid is on another level, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's fully healed. I don't know if anybody know, but like over the past year, maybe year and a half, he's had like a hurt pronator, and he had to like stay out of certain areas and stuff. And first of all, like I've gained significant weight. You know, Cody shows up here, and I'm thinking like I'm gonna be getting compliments. He's gonna be like, "You're jacked, dude." He walks up on my porch, and I was like, "How much are you weighing right now?" I mean, the kid looked huge, bro. Like ridiculously big, but apparently he said he was like 160, 161 or something like that. but he's the biggest version of Cody I've ever seen. Like, and
Yeah.
he felt nasty.
He's the dark horse in that that lightweight round robin, man. I think he has a very good chance
Yeah.
of winning that. So
Too, because Cody he's got endurance, man. He
Yeah.
pulled off Friday. He pulled 4 hours. We came in 8, and he went back outside. And I had some buddies who got off work late, and they came over and he pulled them. And I said, "Bro."
Yeah, that was actually a match that I was also looking into. I know Cody has that round robin, but just stylistically, like I wanted to see ET and Cody go at it just because they're both hook pullers. Just, you know, it's like at that point, it's just who's stronger.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's guaranteed to be interesting for sure. I don't know.
He definitely got me because I mean I do pull-ups, you know, as a part of my workout routine, but that's all Cody does. He does 230 pounds added to him with like doing pull-ups. It's insane. And after feeling him over the weekend, I think I'm gonna start doing some more weighted pull-ups, bro. Everything about every aspect of his game felt on point, crisp, rigid, good. Like his hand was crazy good. It was insane. Like, I mean, regardless, I mean, I wasn't 100%, but my left was, and well, I'm just gonna keep it, you know, for a surprise for the tag team. I still got a month left. So, it's the left's a lot. The left's, like I said, I didn't get a good judge on the right. The left's, I feel like the left could be close, really close. Me and him could be close, but the more I look into it, it's a really good matchup. And like you said, Damian, I think it's going to come down to who picks their tag, right, and who the lineup of everything. Honestly, I think it might come down to who starts it. To be honest with you,
it could be. It definitely could be. I'll tell you this. Like when you choose your starter, like let's say your team loses the coin toss.
Yeah.
Your starter now is guaranteed to pull 2 times in a row.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And the team that has the right to tag first, they can just tag them out immediately. And so one fresh pull and then another fresh pull. So
it sucks because the things that went through my mind when I was trying to think of strategy for this, I was like, okay, do we have a for sure, like on our team, do we have a for sure ace for at least one round against anybody on the opposite team to win? And I was like, Joe is that guy for us, in my opinion. And then I started, and I was like, Scotty, yeah, Cody, that could happen. Kirkland, him and Kirkland, and I'm like, I don't know, because Kirkland's left isn't like, that's his good arm, and they've had battles left. So like, we don't have a for sure person. And if I was able to figure out a for sure ace that could definitely get at least one round in, that would have
I definitely think it's important to really know your teammates as well as the opponents. Like your strategy can all depend on like who's the strongest, who's the fastest, who has the most endurance, you know, and that's just going to completely sway things, you know. So
oh yeah.
And everyone pulls 3 times and that's it, right? You had to pull 3.
Yeah, so it's basically like a best of 9. There's 9 rounds total. Each person pulls 3 rounds, and it's basically just whichever team has 5 wins, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Another strategy that I was trying to think of was like who I thought would be the best person on our team and try to save them for last and fresh as hell. And that way, like, the other team kind of gets stuck with having somebody at the end pull the rest, you know? Like if there's 3 matches left and they got one person that hasn't pulled yet and their strategy's all screwed up, and we're like, yeah, Joe, go do it. You know, like that's 3 wins right there. So it's a very tricky thing. And there's not many like matches there. You've only done this one time to like go back and look and see how people have done things. But dude, it's a genius formula, man. Somebody needs to pick it up, like on the big scale.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal. Like I really like the idea. I know arm wrestling is generally a one-man sport, but you know, this is kind of a way to make it like a team effort, and it's probably I'm sure it's far from perfect, but I'd definitely like to see like other promoters and stuff like pick it up and just try it out, you know, and then
Owen's definitely stealing this for his next event. I can guarantee on that. Like, yep, it's not copyrighted or anything yet. Tag team match.
I don't care about any of that. I want this to grow. I want to see more people do it, and hopefully ET gets to see how it goes, and maybe he'll bring this idea back to California, and maybe they can try it out.
It'd be sick out there because y'all have so many pullers out there. It's insane, and so many willing pullers who are who can, like, there's so many big practices, and that event that Derek, or is Derek throwing it, or who's throwing it, where there's like how many super matches?
Yeah, that's the
Northwest South.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's it's arm wrestling heaven out there.
Yeah, no, it is for sure. There's a lot of, like, you could pull a different person or go to a different practice every weekend or multiple times a week for sure.
See, that's awesome. I wanted to ask you about Caleb Armbender, man. Velasquez, I think is his last name. That's my boy. Like, I haven't met him in person, but like we talk all the time on Facebook and stuff. And y'all have pulled recently. Like, what do you think of Caleb?
Caleb, he's I think I met him the first time at this pull press tournament. I didn't pull. It was like the first time I went out after I was healing from my health issues. Super, super nice guy. Despite how he looks on the table, when he gets fired up, he's insanely humble, like really cool. Yeah, I went up against him just like a couple weeks ago or last week, whenever it was, at the East vs. West qualifier tournament. So it was a good experience for sure.
Yeah, man. He trips me out when that beam always, like, I'm like, how is that thing even on there? And then sometimes when he's pulling, it's like down here.
Yeah. Oh man, it's great. It's a trip watching him get like so fired up and pull. Like, people with that kind of energy are awesome for the sport, because it's just, you can't help, like, if you're just watching him or like other people spectating, you just get drawn in to it. You know, it's maybe 3 or 4 people are like that in a tournament with like 100 people. And when that happens, the whole crowd will go crazy, even if they don't know who you are.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's I love, like, that is my ultimate, like, some of my favorite athletes in any sport have been the guys who have been super passionate and like just express everything. Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis in football and stuff like that. Expressive people. I feel like Kobe Bryant was a very expressive, like, athlete too. I just love very passionate people, and like, I'm the same way. Like, I let it all out. Like, I can't keep it in. And I feel like it's very,
That's an understatement, dude.
what's
He's
that?
definitely building up like a
That's
Travis Payne style thing. Like, he's building up one ace, just taking a bunch of people down with it. You know?
Oh yeah,
Dude,
for sure.
ET, wait till you see Donnie, man. That dude is wide open. That's it. It's hilarious, man.
When we
Like, I'm always like the most quiet person at a tournament, or one of them. You know what I mean? But Donnie, that sucker, man, it's complete opposite.
when we Ryan,
Can't wait.
they called y'all up for, it was time for your match, and I'm walking behind you, and I walked past this one group of people, and they were like, I heard somebody go, watch this fucking guy, he's about to get lit. I was like, I had that going in my mind. I was like, oh, that had me even more pumped up. I was like, yeah, let's go. Yeah,
Dude, I heard you in a video, but like when it was all going on, I don't even remember hearing you. You know what I mean?
Oh, you were in the zone. It was like, you weren't even like making eye contact with me. You were looking through me. I just got out the way. I tried to give you like a little pep talk and grab you by your ears and shit, and you were just like, you were looking at me, but you weren't looking at me. I was like, yeah, go ahead and do what you got to do. But yeah, guys, I mean, I don't want to keep y'all too long, because I know, Joe, you look like you're at work, and ET's definitely at work. He said that in the beginning, but I wanted to give you guys a chance to, you know, say something on your end on, like, you know, just a recap of everything, how you think it's going to go, and, you know, some expectations, what you're excited for and stuff like that. And
Hey, I want to hear predictions, numbers, 3-0, 3-2. You know, that's what I want to know.
Yeah, no humbleness, no humbleness. I'm just kidding. Be humble. Do whatever you want. That's your pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, I really just have no idea how it's going to go. Of course, you got to have that mindset. You're going to go in and win 3-0, but
Exactly.
we'll find out the day of. So,
We gonna have some Carolina Chaos people in attendance for?
well, I mean, Shane's got a match, so I think so. I think some guys will come out. Chad was one of the guys asking if it was a tournament. But so I don't know if Chad's coming or not, but
Yeah,
should be a few
unfortunately,
guys there.
can't come and beat everybody's ass. So that's an animal, dude. I love that guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, they're all animals down there, man.
Oh yeah.
Anybody you looking forward to? Because you have a right hand match. Is there anybody you looking forward to pulling with afterwards or anything, Joe?
No, just looking to have a good practice, good time. Looking forward to it. Should be fun. Yeah.
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 Et.
Well, like Joe said, you got to go in there believing you're going to win it. Otherwise, why even take the match, right? So I agree with him on that mindset. Although it's just funny because I remember when Damian told me that he had beaten Joe and he showed me the clip of him catching him in the hook and then pulling him over. I was like, okay. But I think right now, and it's been years since I pulled Damian, in my head, when I started arm wrestling, I was a top roller before I tore my wrist, and Damian was a hooker. So, and he always beat me in the hook. So in my head, I'm like, Damian's hook's stronger than mine. So I don't know how I'm going to do against Joe. So it's like I'm going in this with one lane, and it's just like I want it to be 3-0. It could be 0-3. I just have to do my best in my lane and see if I can make it that 3-0 that I want it to be, or if it's best of 6, 4-0. We'll see.
There we go. Yeah. I just want to know, like, are we going to be able to get like another Damian ET collab? Because I've seen some of y'all's old videos, bro. I'm talking about like the arm rep
First videos.
in arm wrestling. Get to date my sister. Do we get to see one of those? Like, take Jen out on a date?
Oh man, that's how it all started. That's great.
Where are those at?
Dude,
Where are those?
I love
I want to see some of those.
young. It was crazy. I was like, these are like that old video that you see from when you're in high school. And somebody posts and they're like, look, remember this? You're like, yes,
That's
I do.
so funny. Yeah.
So,
Oh man.
right.
Who knows?
Classic
Maybe we'll
execution.
sneak something in there.
Yeah.
Well, you and Derek have the rap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we got to
yeah,
get
that's
another.
true.
You're like the man over here in the East Coast for like the Cali collabs, man.
Hey, I mean, I got to represent both. I love both. I love both coasts. I love Alpha Empire where I started, but I also love the South. Like I just know how good everyone is out here. So, but California's my roots.
There we
So-
go. Yeah. Also, I want to say, Damian, too, man. Like, I appreciate you putting on this event. It's badass. I mean, the first one you put on was amazing. You've been nothing but, I mean, our relationship, man. You've helped me since day one. The first tournament I ever was at, I walked out of there with made a good friend. You checked up on me because you banged me up and everything. Like, I appreciate what you've done for me and the sport, and I'm looking forward to I'm honored to be a part of it, man. Thank you for having us, putting it on and having me out there. Like, I look forward to doing this with you guys for a long time, man. It's pretty cool. I'm pumped.
Of course, man. I mean, I'm proud to be able to hold the events, and just bigger and better from here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Guys, if
Yeah.
there's anything else you want to add.
I was gonna say, yeah, I definitely look forward to it. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna try to make it, and maybe one of these, maybe on the 15th or 16th one that you do, maybe I'll be able to pull somebody.
I'll definitely hit you up.
I'm just messing with you, but yeah, I mean, it's great to see all these events, man. Just kind of lining up, especially some more local ones. Because we have a lot of talent down here in the South, man, and there's a lot of diamonds in the rough. I guess I'll say, or there's a lot of people that nobody knows about, but definitely are close to a certain level that could definitely, compete anywhere. So,
Oh
And
yeah,
that's a big Yeah, that's a big goal of mine with these events. Like of course, I want to give a lot of local support, but a big goal of mine is to bring everyone together. You know, like bring people from the coasts. You know, because we never see that. Like,
I know. Yeah, dude.
you know?
That like again, this is the second event where you got, you know, you've gotten Derek out here already, and now you've got ET. Like that's awesome, man. Like you've single-handedly, like it's not just like, yeah, Ingen and them are doing their part on a big scale, but like it's guys like you and ET, man. Y'all are, if it weren't for y'all, we wouldn't be reaching these new viewers and these new younger people and stuff like that. Because I love the older cats and I love the old heads, but it's the young guys like 18, not even 18, younger than that, that's gonna get this thing going. I mean, you got Devin Larrett's son, Auden, doing, like, I think he's the reason why there was a school tournament, you know, in Canada. So I mean, that it's cool to see stuff like that. To see, if I live to see the day where arm wrestling is in public schools, bro, I'll be happy. That'd be so cool. Like not even government funding like these other countries have, but just something where, you know, it gets a little bit more recognition than, you know, people putting their own money out there. A way to live in.
Well, for sure.
So yeah, guys, if y'all ain't got nothing else y'all want to say, there's no shit talking or nothing like that, since y'all both scared of each other. Just he has the coldest stare in the world, dude. Like I could never arm wrestle this guy and lose. I would just lay down. I'm like, yeah, this guy's intimidating as shit. It's the glasses for me. I'm like, I want to hand you my ID. Like, I'm like, here, I'm 21.
Oh man.
But nah, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure, Joe, I'll probably talk to you before then, but you know, good luck to both of you guys, man. And you know, no matter what's going through your head, and I just recently went through this with a super match, so a big super match, and you know, you gotta think that you're gonna win. You gotta know deep down that you're gonna win the match, man. And you know, just stay positive. You start getting them freaking negative thoughts in your head, and do your best to fucking change the subject, think of something else for a while, and then go back to, you know, thinking, knowing you're going to win. Because I mean, it's some little doubts, man, that'll get you. But
ET, I want you to promise me, if you hold Joe center, I want you to look at him and say, I'm gonna go a little bit.
Oh my God. See, that's the thing. That's a big thing to promise that I'll hold him in the center. I can only do my best.
I've visioned this, and then I'm just like, holy shit, Joe, don't let it happen.
Hey, with his social media following, if that happens, then I think I'm going to have to retire.
No, you'll be famous. We started YouTube channel after that.
There you go.
Just, I'm gonna go a little bit, Joe.
yeah, or he's just holding them. He's like, oh, yeah, good.
You feel real good. Watch your hand. Watch your hand.
Yeah, that's my main goal, is to make sure he doesn't whisper to me. That's the main goal.
Right.
I've ever been in my life. I'll lose my shit, man. I appreciate y'all taking time out of your day, man, for real, being at work, and the only person at work, Joe, man, I know you got a family and a wife, dude, and you know, just being a man, I know how life is. We're in the process of moving out of the house we're at now, and with 3 boys and stuff, it gets chaotic, dude. And I'm sorry, like, I appreciate y'all being patient and setting this all up and everything. Like I said, ET being all the way in California. Anytime.
Pleasure to be on here, Damian. Thank you for finding a way to get me out there. It'd be fucking awesome to be in the event and see you again. It's been a while.
Yeah, man, I'm super stoked. So I appreciate it, guys.
You get to figure out how soft the Charmin toilet tissue Damian is.
All right, guys. Well, thanks. I got to head off anyways. I'm about to head out, but I appreciate you guys making it happen. And
absolutely, guys.
I want to let y'all know in the after pool, I'm just going to smash all of you. Okay.
Appreciate it.
I believe it.
I believe it. Thank all y'all. Thank y'all for having me on.
Especially you, Donnie. I'm going to top roll you.
I'm hurt. No, you ain't top rolling me, bro. I
All right,
appreciate
guys.
it. Y'all have a good day. Let me know.
Have a good one.
Man, I know you
Peace.
got a long. If I can
Thanks.
do anything to help while you're down here, man, let me know. I'd love to help.
For sure. Later,
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Later, guys. Be safe.